All right, guys, this video is going to be short and sweet. I got that thing in from Ukraine I've been talking about. Feels like for 2 years now. No, it's been a couple weeks, but it finally came in. I don't know that a lot of people's going to like this. This is just something I'm into, but maybe you are too. But this is a bubblegum display box from Ukraine that is based on a very beloved video game, but not everyone plays this game because it's mainly a PC game. But anyway, so I'll talk about it while I open the box, if that works for you. Let me set you down. All right, so over there in Europe and in Russia and all over there, they have a lot of novelty bubblegum issues, a lot of releases, and this one is from the early to mid 2000s, and it's based off of a video game series that I absolutely adore. However, it started as only a PC game. In fact, when this bubblegum was made, it was still a PC only game. And later they issued it on, they did a port on Xbox. And so people can play it now. But, they still can't play all the games from this series on Xbox or whatever. But, so it's it's not obscure. It's actually a classic video game series. But anyway, I just can't believe they made a bubblegum based off of it. So I'm going to show you first some of the singles that came from this box. I'm going to keep you waiting. The problem is if you don't like this video game or if you never heard of it, then it's just going to be another bubblegum box. But you got to understand, this is the only time this is the only way to get anything from this video game in any sort of candy food item. And it happened to be a bubblegum box. And so, good Lord, where are they? All right, guys. So here are the singles and here's the reveal. Yeah, Half-Life. I've got the fucking box right here. I can't believe it. These are rare. But for whatever reason over there, in Ukraine, they made a Half-Life 2 bubblegum. And when you see this box, especially if you played Half-Life, you're going to shit your pants. It is, first of all, one of the greatest display boxes I have ever seen, like novelty-wise. Get ready. Especially if you're a Half-Life fan. It is an absolute visual feast. I paid a stupid amount of money for this. You can go on eBay and look at what I paid. I'm not going to say it on here. It's the third highest I've ever paid for a display box, which is actually saying a lot. Okay. Well, she's got it glued in there. Or taped. One of these days I'm going to cut my hand on a video, which actually I've already done that in a video before. There's a lot of graphics on this thing. Like the designer of this box, they were really fans of Half-Life. Oh my God. I'm going to take this thing out and we're going to look at it. But just check out these 3 panels here. This is Gordon Freeman. There's the head crab. And there's a character, I don't remember that exactly. Here's another side of the box. Here's the top panel. It even has G-Man. G-Man's almost like the star of the panel. There's Alex Vance. There's the doctor, I forget his name. Let's just get this out. Yeah, when I saw this, I went into total fucking geek mode. Half-Life is one of my favorite video game series. My favorite of all time is Zelda. But after that, I reckon it would be Half-Life. Maybe I love Fallout. I love Tony Hawk Pro Skater as well. That's one of my all-time favorite series. Oh, look at the back. Like, this box went dark. It went weird. They put the weird characters on it. There's the Combine guy. Man, this chick really... man, I hate to do this, but... actually, I'll cut it here and I can still salvage the plastic. Yeah, let's get this thing put together. Right now, this is a one of one. The only example ever seen on the internet of the extremely rare, obviously, Half-Life 2 bubblegum box from Ukraine. And man, it's so sweet as a box. It's kind of small. Like, look at my hand next to it. It's really good condition, which is just a plus. Like, I wouldn't give a shit if it was all wrinkled and had stains. God, every side of this thing has more story, more characters. And it is just fucking weird. This is one of the guys who got a head crab on his head and it turned him into a zombie. So the closest thing, if you never played Half-Life, I imagine most people, obviously probably most, even gamers probably haven't played it. Like, you know, console gamers. Because like I said, it started as a PC only game up until I think it was like 2009 when they finally ported it to Xbox. Don't quote me on the dates, but around that time. Anyway, you can see the bottom here. It's got a lot of, I guess this is in Russian or something. I'll translate this on Google Translator later. I want to get a date, like a confirmed date. I know what date it should be. Now, right here, there's an email, a very old email. Let me see. Get you in there. So that's really cool. But yeah, man, this was all it was. Yeah, if you're a Half-Life fan, I know you're like me. You're absolutely geeking out. I cannot believe this fucking thing exists. I did pull out this. I've had this for years. The thing is, they don't make a lot of fucking Half-Life stuff, is what it is. Because it is such an exclusive game. It wasn't like really like mass, like a lot of like mass culture people, they don't even play this. So there's not much merchandise from it. But anyway, they made this toy, and it is a Half-Life 2. I've never personally found any Half-Life 1 merch of any sort, you know, like toy merch or anything. They might have gone back and made a few things, but I don't really know of it. But both of these are vintage. These are from when the game came out. That's why I'm also geeking out. But anyway, if you look at this, this is the main guy, Gordon Freeman. The game is first-person shooter. This is a gravity gun, which was a really cool weapon. It's one of the all-time great video game weapon designs. Basically, it can pick up anything that's in the room, and you can shoot it. It's called a gravity gun. So the game is freaky. It's weird. Oh, there's a head crab toy in there. But yeah, this is all I've had all these years as like a souvenir from the game, basically. But to find it, well, it says 2012, so it's been, I guess, a little over 10 years. But just to find an actual candy item that's actually in my main category is just sublime, man. So yeah, I'm going to take you through the box one more time. That's all we're looking at today. I just got a Ukrainian Half-Life 2 display box, bubblegum box. It's got all the weirdest characters. They really just went for shock value, thank God. Because they could have just stuck with, you know, some of the nicer characters and put Gordon Freeman front and center. But instead they went weird. And G-Man, that's G-Man. He's an interdimensional being. Like, we don't even know if he's evil or not. Like, it's very weird. But he's like front and center, man. Like, he's like right there. There's one of the tripod alien. This thing is just... God, man. Man, when I saw this, I mean, just even if you don't play, if you never played this video game, just think about your favorite video game. Or if Zelda is yours, like it is mine, my favorite series of all time, imagine a box of this caliber that was Zelda based. And it had all, like, this many characters from Zelda, but a lot of the weird ones. See, that's the thing. It's got a lot of these weird, these aren't exactly main characters. There's like, it's almost like they were more focused on villains. It's just really shocking. But anyway, maybe you can imagine your favorite video game series decorated on a gum box. And just how, just fucking geeked out you would be. But hell, if you're a Half-Life fan like me, I mean, it just literally cannot get better than this. It just can't. Like, I don't think even if I designed this box myself, I would have, even me, I don't know if I would have had the balls to make it like this. But anyway, guys, that's it, man. That should be all. I mean, that's it. This is an incredible score. It's one of my grails, actually, believe it or not. But anyway, just a quick review. I got this box in from I think it's Ukraine. Now this came literally from Ukraine, but this brand here, it's either Russia or Ukraine, and I do have a lot of this brand. I don't want to go back through all these, but you'll see it over and over in my collection. They make some cool stuff, and I want to leave you with this. I have hundreds of these from Europe, and think about each of these stickers. This is that's a movie. Damn, I can't remember the name. Well, what's this, Shrek or somebody? Let me find one I know. Okay, so Scooby-Doo. So somewhere out there, and it does happen to be the same brand. So somewhere out there in Ukraine, probably, or Russia, there is somebody with a Scooby-Doo box, probably of this caliber. There's probably like monsters, and probably has Shaggy on it and all the characters. There's also going to be some rare Pokemon design ones. But if you look through, I don't want to go through all these right now, but I'll just pick out a few to discuss real quick. Well, first of all, I've been looking for some of the X-rated ones. You might remember I showed you some X-rated ones. Schoolgirls. Somewhere out there, there's a box that has Schoolgirls on it. I can't imagine a Puzzle Girls box. I mean, it literally has, genitalia all over it. But somewhere out there, someone has a Kama Sutra bubblegum box with, I think, sex moves on it. So I'm just giving you some examples. So the things that keep me going as a collector are in the year 2024. After I thought I had it all, for example, just generally speaking, something so fucking rad that's so up my alley just popped out of nowhere that that wasn't even on my radar per se. But there's a lot of shit out there. There's going to be some He-Man shit. Anyway. What was I going to show everyone? The other day I kind of flipped through these X-Files. I would love to find an X-Files box. There's a lot of cool ones. Anyway, I don't want to focus on all this. So guys, I hope you enjoyed some of that. Don't know what else to say about it. That's the kind of thing, though, I like about it. I mean, you can just look at it. It's a true, it's kind of like a piece of art, and really. You really don't have to discuss it. It's just, you can just put it up here and just enjoy it. All right, guys. Hope you have a good rest of the day. I will be back. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I do have some some nice shit coming in. I do have actually something else that already came in, but I'm just gonna wait. I just wanted this to be about the very cool Half-Life box. Can't believe it, man. This is something that's going to be floating in this area. I'm not going to put it up. I'm not going to process it back into the archive. It's literally going to be something that's going to be probably literally hanging out in this little zone of the collecting room for, I don't know, man. Probably like 2 years at least. Seriously, this is something I don't want to put away for a long time. I'm sure I'm missing things like, that's the Citadel, by the way. That's like where the story takes place. Like there's other shit that I didn't discuss about it. Yeah, I guess I'll end with this. So they don't make many Half-Life games. I believe there's 4, honestly. But the last one was based on Alex here. This is Alex Vance. And the game was on virtual reality. You had to have a headset. And so when this game was announced, I went out and bought a Quest, an Oculus Quest, and I had to buy a new computer. So I bought a gaming computer, an Asus gaming computer, just so I could play this one game that's based off of Alex. And I spent over $3,000 on equipment just to play this one game. And just to let you know the gravitas of this, the $3,000, or maybe a little bit more, I had to rearrange a whole room just to play the game too, because VR, you have to have a lot of space and stuff. All the time and money spent just to play one game of Half-Life, it was actually, I don't regret it at all. It was one of the greatest gaming experiences I've ever had. And that's saying a lot, because a lot of the Half-Life games are just amazing. So, and if you don't know, I forgot to tell you, so if you've never played this, it's sort of like, it's like a more complicated, more dark, more interesting, more serious Halo, basically. Because you can see it from the box. Imagine Halo with this cast of just characters. It's also pretty dystopian. Like it's, the world has kind of, it's like in the future. But I think so is Halo. But anyway, I feel like I'm talking to myself. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have a good rest of your day. Get out there and hunt. It's crazy what's out there, man. Really, it's insane. Russ Van out. Gordon Freeman and Alex Vance forever.